It's a great day, my amazing CEOs. Over 100 years ago, Walter E. Wegman faced a big problem. How could he grow a small push cart business into a thriving grocery empire, especially with so much competition out there? And that's a challenge that many CEOs have, which is like, okay, I have this idea, I have this small business. How can I grow the operations and still stay true to my values and what I believe in most? You see, Walter and his brother John, they started selling fresh produce door to door to housewives who were home every single day. And in 1916, they opened their first store. Now check the name out. Rochester Fruit and Vegetable Company is what they called it when they first started. And despite the Great Depression, despite the economic downturn, despite everything that was going on, they were innovative. And they had a 20,000 square foot store with a large refrigerator, bringing in refrigerated displays and keeping the produce fresh. Oh my gosh. How did they do that? Again, innovative. They decided, we're going to take water vapor and we're going to spray it on there. So by 1940, Wegmans had really introduced the frozen foods, the circular checkout counter, sophisticated in-house production systems, and these innovations were groundbreaking. And you know what they did? This is called unique selling proposition. They separated them from the competition. Now, Wegmans' success wasn't just about selling groceries. It was about creating an exceptional customer experience, which still is today, by the way, and staying ahead of the trends, understanding what their clients really wanted, keeping up with the times. And they also did that with nutrition, cooking classes, and frequent shopper discounts. And they even had a 50-acre organic farm when it wasn't even popular. So here's the point. Wegmans didn't just sell food. They sold an exceptional experience. They understood the customer's needs, they adapted to the changes, and they focused on what was needed in the market. So what's your big takeaway? What's the big takeaway you can have as a CEO? Number one, it teaches us the importance of having a sales strategy that allows us to be innovative, focus on the customer's needs, and then have a sales message that resonates deeply, that creates emotional connection. And at the end of the day, what Wegmans did better than anything else is they had a sales funnel that sold their product. Wow. You do that, and you will see your sales go up, 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 and away. With that being said, my name is Shay Brown, host of the CEO Sales Huddle. It is an honor and a privilege to serve you and be part of your Sales Huddle this morning. Thanks so much for tuning in. We appreciate you being here. And every single morning when we get started, we like to get focused on the area that's most important, and that is sales. And our mantra that we say every single day is if you can't focus on sales, you can't be in business, because sales at the end of the day is the oxygen for every great business in history. And without sales, you would probably agree with me. I like to understand that there's always more money going out than there is coming in. So on this day, do me a favor, repeat our mantra after me if you would. Go ahead and say this right now. If you can't focus on sales, you can't be in business. And I say all that to say, as a CEO, is that sales is serious business. Now, we also move over as a CEO, and we understand we have some responsibilities. And our responsibility is to make sure the sales department has the sales people, the sales department has the sales processes, and the sales department has the sales resources that are needed for them to really do the things that have to happen. So here's our pledge, and I believe every CEO should have a pledge every single morning, and our pledge is learn, earn, and return. And I want you to say these words after me. I have to learn something new. This is you as a CEO, by the way, in order to earn new revenue from current clients, in order to get old and new clients to return. That's not just a mantra. It's our belief as a CEO. When the question is asked, when do you stop learning? The obvious answer is you never, ever stop learning. Yes, that is so true. And so what are our objectives when we get together every single morning? Why are we here? It's about three objectives. It's about sales progress, addressing roadblocks, just like the case study this morning. There were a number of roadblocks. It wasn't always easy selling. And then to understand the 5 sales pillars that every CEO must know and understand. Number 1, you must have a CEO sales plan. Number 2, you must understand the sales process that your clients are going through, or the sales cycle. Number 3, you must have a sales message. This is a sales pillar, the message that's resonating with your clients. And number 4, we'll get into that shortly, you got to look at your CEO sales dashboard. I mean, we do a whole segment on that, which I can't wait to get to shortly. And then number 5, you must have a 7-figure sales team. You must build a team in order to accomplish the goals that you really, really want to accomplish, by the way. You do that, and you will see things go entirely different. Now, for those folks who haven't downloaded the CEO Sales Dashboard, you can head over to www.ceosalesdashboard.com, and you can download it right now. There's no cost. There's no charge. There's no money required. And for everyone else who's joining for the very first time, welcome to the CEO Sales Huddle. Do me a favor. If you're on one of the platforms and you can look below the video and they have it there, go ahead and put hashtag I'm here. If you're watching the replay, put hashtag replay. We like to check in. We like to tune in. You can see me, but I can't see you. And I love to respond to every single one of these. And if you're on one of our streaming platforms, Roku, Apple TV, Amazon Fire, YouTube Live, or one of our 72 different syndicated platforms, or maybe the podcast is playing in your ears right now, drop me a DM. If you just drop me a DM over at I am Che Brown. Let me know you're in the conversation. You showed up, and this is the CEO Sales Huddle for you to take the business, at least the sales department, to an entirely different level. I'm so excited. I couldn't wait to be here, by the way, and I'm so glad that you're here as well. The question always comes up, what's the purpose of the CEO Sales Huddle? And the purpose of the CEO Sales Huddle is to be a place where people like you and like me and everyday folks can gather to really understand how to sell more faster, quicker, easier, with less effort as part of a group. And yeah, I know you have your own CEO meetings every morning, but this is very important. And then our big why. A big why is about sales growth. Here's why you tune in. Here's why you give us a small percentage of your day, 1% of your day. It's about sales growth. It's about accountability. And at the end of the day, it's about consistency. And it's not a new idea, but there's no hyperbole here. There's no raw. There's no let's make this happen. Consistency means that we're checking in on the sales department. We're reviewing the processes, the resources, and the people that are in the sales department so that we can leverage that. So the sales, which is the oxygen for every great business in history, can really bring in the revenue as we serve so we can purchase the resources that are necessary to execute the big vision we have for the people we were called to serve. And we only ask for 15 minutes a day. This is really cool. I mean, you think about it, there are 1,440 minutes in every day, like all the time. Never 1,441, right? Ever. And if there's anything less than that, then you're not watching this right now, in all seriousness. And you take 1% of your day. You think about the whole business model, and everything you need to be successful comes back to revenue, which is sales, which is serving. Selling equals service, and you get 1% of your day. And in that 1% of the day, you tune in to focus on the one area that could shift the trajectory of your business. And we only have one outcome. And our outcome during this 15 minutes a day is to generate $100,000 plus over and beyond whatever you're earning today. So you're able to generate extra $100,000 a month in consistent, predictable, reliable revenue. And this is over and beyond whatever you're earning today. Isn't that exciting? Isn't that so cool? Isn't that something that allows you to go to an entirely different level? So now we're going to get to the CEO dashboard, because the question I always got asked, well, Shay, what do I need to really do to get to $100,000? I'm working hard. I'm showing up. I have the right mindset. I have the right belief. Like, I'm all in, but yet the revenue isn't there. And I typically will ask the question, well, what are you measuring? Because what gets measured gets managed. What gets managed gets better. So I'm going to ask you right now, and in many cases, they weren't measuring what they needed to get to $100,000 a month. Matter of fact, they didn't even have a system. So with our private clients, we created the CEO dashboard, which is yours at no cost today. You can go download it for free. And the CEO Sales Dashboard really focus on 5 key metrics. When you embrace what gets measured, gets managed, what gets managed gets better. It embraces leads, appointments, offers, deals, and repeat business. Now, you can go ahead and open up the CEO Sales Dashboard right now. Some of you do this every morning when we get to this segment. Like right now, you have the CEO Dashboard. You're looking at it. It's a brand new opportunity, depending on when you're watching this. Brand new month, depending on when you're watching this. And you're going across the top, and you're looking at today's date, and that's cool. But you're also going back and reviewing yesterday's results. So generate how many leads came into the database yesterday. And then how many appointments were set by the sales department yesterday? And then when you do that for each of these categories as you go down, and you fill it out right now, and maybe your assistant does it for you, that's cool. Go back and look at, okay, we're going to look at repeat clients now. Now, if you have to do it right now, it's the highest and best use of your time. If you said, hey, Shay, as a CEO, if I took 1% of my day, which is 15 minutes, out of the 1,440 minutes, and I can focus on one area that would help drive my sales, I would say what gets measured gets managed. What gets managed gets better. Open up the CEO sales dashboard right now. Hopefully someone on your team has filled it out. If they haven't, the best use of your 15 minutes right now is doing this right here. I mean, seriously, this is the best thing you can do to drive results. So now let's go look at repeat business. And you can look at all the categories, look at the last month, the last 2 months, the last 3 months. If you haven't downloaded the CEO Sales Dashboard, you can go download it now over at www.ceosalesdashboard.com. It's the number one tool that helps our clients get to $100,000 plus a month of consistent, predictable, reliable revenue. This is not hyperbole. This is not, oh, maybe honey dunny, phony, fluffy. This is the real deal. So let's look at repeat clients. I'm going to look at one category today. I can't get into it all, but we do this every morning. So tune in tomorrow if this is your first time. And let's look at your database and how many clients purchased a new product yesterday. Now you can go look at the database. Now, a new product would be like if I'm an Apple user. I believe God is a woman. Believe she created the iPhone. Who else would create Apple products? But let's say I own the iPhone and I go buy a MacBook Pro. Then I've just bought a new product. Now, some of you are sales managers. Some of you are supervisors. Some of you are team leads. You have no control over this, but others of you do. So let's go look at how many existing customers bought a new product. Shay, why is that important? Because we know that 80% of every dollar we spend as CEOs goes towards getting new revenue in the door. 80% of every dollar. So we can get a repeat client, a current client to purchase a new product. It's a pretty big deal for the customer, for the company. It says a lot, but I don't have time to get into all that. Now, let's go look at existing products. So that means a current client. I have an iPhone, let's say, and I decided I need to go out and I need to get a protector case for it. So I'm an existing client. I buy an existing product or upgrade to a VIP. I want you to look seriously. I want you right now while we're talking, I want you to go plug that number in. And I also want for those that have been doing this with us consistently day after day, go look at how many new current clients bought a repeat product the day before, the week before. Some of you can look at the results of last month, and it's okay if, like I said, y'all are different industries, different places, different spaces, but if this is applicable to you, I want you to lean in. And then last, and for some of you, this not even making sense. You're like, Shay, it's not for me. That's fine. But for others, the last one, it's the home run. It really is. And that is reoccurring revenue. That means you sold something one time. They're part of a membership. You are servicing it month after month, but you only had to sell it one time, and you continue to solve the problem month after month after month after month after month after month. And it makes a difference, and that's the membership subscription program. And I want you to go ahead and put those numbers down. Look at the last week, the last 3 weeks, and look at the last month. Remember, what gets measured gets managed. What gets managed gets better. I love the CEO Sales Dashboard. It's a number one tool to help our clients get to $100,000 a month. And now you're part of it. Isn't that so cool? All right, we got to move on. The next segment, which is another one of my favorite segments, is we celebrate any wins. Powerful people ask powerful questions because questions steer focus. And in this life, you get exactly what you focus on. So we're going to ask ourselves 3 questions. Number 1, what are you most proud of for the sales department yesterday? Some of you can look at the last month if you want and say, okay, well, the last month, here's what I'm proud of. No, look at yesterday first. And then look at last week first, because a week is a long time. And then go back and look at last month if you want. What are you most proud of, right? Seriously, for the sales department. What do you really want to, what was the biggest accomplishment for the sales department last month or last week or yesterday? And then yesterday, if I could bring you on here right now and you could brag about what happened yesterday for the sales department with a gleam in your eye, a smile on your face, what was the biggest accomplishment that the sales department had yesterday? You see, powerful people ask powerful questions because questions steer focus. And in this life, you get exactly what you focus on. So we're going to now look at any hurdles, any obstacles, because every day is not rainbow, it's not cupcakes. It ain't unicorns, okay? There are some challenges. I have challenges every single day. Maybe you have challenges every day as well. So let's look at the sales department yesterday. Not your life, not your health, not your relationship, not your mental state as a CEO. We're focused on yesterday. I only got a few seconds here. So yesterday, three questions. Number 1, what was your biggest roadblock yesterday? Number 2, what's preventing the sales department yesterday from really getting things going off the ground? And number 3, as the CEO, what's the one thing you can do? You, the CEO, can make a decision right now. And that one small decision could shift the trajectory of the sales department. And I love to say this, it's so true. It's not a shayism, but it's so true that small hinges, those little small hinges they swing those big, big doors. So you can take a small step for the sales department as a CEO, maybe giving it the resources, maybe it's putting a process in place. And in doing so, it just opens up everything and all your dreams can come true. Here's what I want to close with right now, that you, as you're watching this right now, you're a CEO with a big heart. You want to have more meaning in the world. You want to have more impact in the world. You want to make $1 and a difference. And I believe that with every fiber in my heart. But the one area that I'm going to ask you to focus on for 1% of the day, of the 1,440 minutes in every day, 1% of the day, which is really 15 minutes of the day, is being the CEO Sales Huddle. And make a decision that every day you're going to make one little change. And you're going to make another little change. And we're going to do small things well for the sales department. And small things well create big results. You're incredible. You're amazing. You're special. You're a CEO. You make an impact. And I believe for you, your best is still yet to come. Your best is yet to come. Your best is yet to come. With that being said, my name is Shay Brown. It's been an honor and a privilege to serve you as the host of the CEO Sales Huddle. Make it a great day, everyone. And I promise you we'll make some good things happen. We connect again next time. God bless. Peace. We out of here.